Alright, we're back. Let's work a little bit on this area of the map. Okay, I think audio is fine. Perfect. Okay, so here I'm working on a burned forest. And I have these falling trunks that actually fall a little bit too fast. I mean, actually they fall a little bit too slow because the river current is too fast. So it's very hard to actually get hit by them. So I'm gonna reduce the river speed. By half on all these points. So now we can go slower and the obstacles are actually going to be more meaningful. And this is something I wanna play with a lot, the speed of the river, because I do want to have fast areas and I also want to have slow areas. Here we can actually pick it up again. These intersecting splines, it's very important to make them very slow so they don't actually mess the so the currents don't get messed up. Okay, maybe this might work a little better. Okay. Now I'm going a little bit slower. Nice. So it's harder to avoid this now. Perfect. Okay. Just gonna lower this a little bit.
Now creators in every genre rely on OpenScript to find their best, most authentic moment.
And here hey, how's it going? I'm gonna push this down a little bit. And then maybe we can add some rocks. so it feels more like this. Hey, I'm doing good. I'm working on this level for my game, River Drift. It's about paddling. You can play solo or co-op. So now I'm working on this burning forest area, trying to come up with cool obstacles to avoid. So far I have these logs and falling trunks, and I also have these rolling logs that go down and then float in the river. This area is gonna look a little bit smoky. I have that effect turned off. Okay, that's kind of nice. And then maybe I can add some rocks to make it a little bit more difficult. Now I'm playing solo, so it's way easier because I have full control over the raft, but once you start playing with somebody else, each player controls one side of the raft, so it becomes way more difficult. So I will need to balance the single player level and the co-op level. They need to be slightly different, so you get a challenge as well for the single player. And here we're gonna go into another area, which is going to be the beaver area. But I feel like I have very few obstacles and it's a little bit repetitive. So this is gonna look a little bit like this. Maybe the smoke effects are too much. That log kind of like appears in a slightly different position. I need to fix that so it actually just starts simulating physics instead of following a trail. Okay, so I think, yeah, let's try to add a couple rocks to make it a little bit more difficult. Oh, okay, oops, this goes here and this goes there. So I want this kind of rocks. So this area is kind of like all cut, and there's a lot of machines and stuff. Trying to really play with the environment and have different areas. Okay, I'm gonna add some cool rocks to kind of like hide a little bit the visibility. And I need this ash material. Nice. Something like this. And Okay, now it starts feeling more interesting. And then maybe some other rock here. The issue with this one is that it's gonna hide this one, this burning trunk. I like this better. Okay. Yeah. Now they're actually falling on top of you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I've been working on that a lot because the first level I did, it was supposed to be a swamp, but then my girlfriend was like, hey, let's have waterfalls and rapids and stuff, and then it became a little bit random. But this level, like, it starts here with this waterfall, and it's kind of like inspired in like North American redwood forest. The pine trees are not that orangey, but this is kind of like the tutorial area. Very calm, very slow, just to learn how to play. There's a little beaver there. And then it starts getting a little bit faster. These are coolers that give you a speed boost. Then we go into this kind of like not really swampy area, but like, you know, this kind of like dead pine trees here. Some mushrooms, doesn't really make that much sense to for them to be growing in the water. Fallen logs, a little bit of roots, this huge trunk, then a bunch of driftwood, and then we start going into the a logging area where there are machines moving around, these kind of like cables with these trunks. So I'm trying to like really change the areas so they don't get like old and boring. So you go here, and then we have a waterfall, and then you get into the a burning forest, and then you go into the beaver area. This is gonna be all kind of like beaver stuff, and here you go into the cave, and this is the end of the level. Somewhere around here. So here we're gonna have like falling crystals and Not sure what other kind of obstacles, but I also want to add different obstacles depending on the area. And here we might have like some kind of gate or something. So here's where the level ends. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. So I want to do something similar with my other level. My other level, it's a little bit random. Like, it's not segmented into areas, so you don't really feel the progression that much. It kind of like repeats over and over, and just kind of like, it feels kind of like very random. This is way more intentional, and I want to apply some of these concepts in my other level. I want to have like a very slow, swampy area, very foggy, and then some rapids, and then more of a jungle-y area and stuff like that. Yeah, the other level needs some work. But yeah, I'm getting better at this. I made a custom spline tool to create the rivers, so that was a game changer, because yeah, making splines, like placing splines by hand, is just a nightmare. It takes forever. So I finally got like a little tool that creates a spline. Then I can copy the points over to the river spline. Alright, so let's see if we can actually move to the beaver area. This is kind of like a quick first pass, and then I will be working on this a little bit more. I have a friend coming on Thursday, so I really need this to be finished by Thursday so I can play test it. See how it goes, because I'm trying to make a public, I appreciate it, a public playtest for River Drift. So the first public playtest went very good. I'm super happy. We found like so many bugs, especially with the UI, the menus and stuff like that, because that's probably the area that I have less experience in, like making menus and stuff. But I fixed most of the issues, and now I'm trying to come up with a second level, and hopefully by August I should have a demo. By mid-August, and that demo is going to go to the Steam Next Fest. So I need that demo to be as polished as possible, and yeah, hopefully it goes well. There are other game modes and biomes I want to add, but I decided just to do the redwood forest and the swamp environment, like jungle swamp environment, and try to polish them as much as possible. This is looking kind of strange. That blend material doesn't look that good. I need to copy the settings from my moss material. Hey Wicked, how's it going? I do want to add the mechanic of getting hit by fire. Like if you touch any of these burning logs, the raft starts burning, so you cannot paddle, and instead you need to turn the you need to put the fire off with water. So there's going to be like a kind of like some kind of like a bar that you need to press space bar multiple times so it goes away. So basically it prevents you from paddling until you turn the fire off. And the longer you leave the fire on, the longer you take damage. So it's kind of like a nice mechanic. I wanna use this for other stuff as well. For example, like snapping turtles that can bite your paddle and you need to kind of like take it away. Like very common mechanic in these types of games. So definitely wanna implement that, because I appreciate it. Let me see what's happening with this blend material. There's something that I don't like about this blend material. Okay, I'm just gonna copy this. The settings are the same. Why is it behaving differently? Is it just because of the color? I see they blend better, and here is like a very sharp cut. Maybe it's just the color, yeah. You see how color it's so interesting, like it's the same material with different colors, but this looks way sharper just cause the contrast between colors. Alright. Okay, yeah, let's move on to the next area. We can always come back. Just want to give it a first pass to the whole level. Oops. Something like this. Maybe that could be green. Yeah, it's already outside of the area. So let's find this one. I have like 3 rocks that I like and I'm just reusing them over and over. That's funny. I think in Unreal 5.8 you are able to modify each individual PCG instance. So for example, I can grab this little rock and just move it around, scale it, which is not possible right now unless I bake the PCG graph into instances, and still becomes a little buggy. It's not so comfortable to modify these instances. Okay, so this area is also a little bit empty. Let's just give it a little bit more detail. These mushrooms are very cool. Okay, that's fine for now. I just need some logs. Some logs, maybe like yeah. Just to start introducing this area, and then we need some overhead, something on top of us, because it's something like this. Okay, maybe one more. Nice. All right. Yeah, let's start having fun with the beaver area. This is very cool. Hey Kane, how's it going? I'm gonna start with the beaver area, and then maybe we can get into the cave, and then I want to do some blueprinting. I wanna do the fire mechanic. That will be nice. I think it won't be that hard, especially for single player. Then the multiplayer, I do need to test that. I have a couple bugs I need to fix. Nothing like crazy, but definitely will be nice to polish. Beaver. So let's see what we have here. We have the beaver character, but I also have these beaver statues that I made. This one. So this beaver statue, I want to add it. Let's make a copy because I want to modify it a little bit. So this is gonna be like the beaver area. The texture is obviously too realistic. We don't really want that. So let's give it a little bit of motion. I mean like a pose. So let's rotation 0, modeling, deform, wrap. Okay, rotation 45. Okay, let's give it a little bit of personality, something like this. Yep, that feels more alive. Yeah, let's go with that. Sweet. Okay. Now this doesn't match my style, so let's match the style. First, we want. It's like doing yoga or something. First, we want to do. Okay. Let's see what happens if I go attributes, normals, per triangle. It gives me sharp edges, but doesn't really look like it because this might be too high poly. Let me see. Wireframe. Yep, this is too high poly, way too high poly. So let's turn this into low poly. We do want the normals to be smooth for this process, because it simplifies based on normals. So X4 mesh simplify, and we want to simplify this a lot. Maybe 10. Okay. Maybe 5 is good. Looks a little bit. It's fine. I think it's fine. Let's just do it like that. Then we can actually go attributes, normals, per triangle. That will give me that low poly look. Nice. Now the texture obviously is not what we need. So let's see what we have. Okay. I'm just gonna do it here. We are not gonna use a normal, and also we don't need this map. Roughness 1. Okay, that's looking a little bit closer, but still too much detail, and we need to simplify this. So we're gonna export this texture. Okay. We're gonna send it to Photoshop and simplify it with a filter that is going to do a post I forgot the word. Just gonna basically do this, reduce the amount of colors and tones, and then maybe we can simplify it a little bit to reduce the amount of detail. I think something like that. Cool. Let's see if it allows me to just drop it there. There you go. Nice. It doesn't look as cool as I thought. Maybe the prop is way too big. Yep. And also let's just give it a quick moss texture. We're gonna blend based on C position. So we can get a little bit of moss on top of the thing. That looks kind of cool. I think yeah, I'm not sure about the texture. Hey, how's it going? Not sure about the texture, to be honest. Let's just try a solid color. And then maybe, can we reduce the amount? Can we reduce the amount of this by 0.1? Yeah, it's not doing exactly what I thought. Okay, let me see. That reads better, a little better. Maybe a little smaller. Yeah, that reads better. Not super happy with this. Anyways. I need to make myself an editor widget so I can just move the raft around to my saved locations. It's okay for now. I remember having a beaver sign. I made this for the first version of the game. It's probably on the generated meshes. Okay, well, anyways, let's make another one. Oh, okay. Let's see, I see, it has that thing. Okay. I guess I'm just gonna get rid of the corners so they don't cause any issue. That was a bad idea. Definitely very difficult to map that properly, so I'm just gonna keep the corners. Let's see. Okay, perfect. Let's This goes to Beaverwood. Okay. Okay, this goes here. Oh shit, I see. Okay. Hey, how's it going? Working on this rafting game, and I'm gonna start working on the beaver area. Let's see. Boop. Something like this. I appreciate it. This is gonna be a little bit darker. Roughness 1. Okay, let's. Maybe it will be very hard to read, but let's get it together. Edit pivot bottom. Maybe 1.5. Okay. Bake transform, just scale. Okay. Let's rename. Beaver sign, something like that. Okay. Okay, for this area, I appreciate it. Yeah, this is kind of like a redwood forest. It starts here. This is kind of like the tutorial area. Then it goes into this kind of like logging area with machines and stuff. Let's see if I can make it move. So you need to kind of like avoid all of these obstacles. And that's moving a little bit fast. Actually, that's moving a little bit too fast. Let's divide by 2. That's a little better. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, if everything goes well, I should have a playtest by the end of the month. The game is called River Drift. Um, there's also a swamp environment. Let's see if I can get the link. Here's the link. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. So yeah, let's see what can we do for the beaver area. Some co-op paddling game. Now I'm playing single player just to test the level, but the idea is to play with another with somebody else to synchronize your paddling, so each player paddles from one side, and it's pretty fun. There's a bunch of obstacles and cool things to avoid. Let's see. Alright, so I need a lot of driftwood for this. Okay, so let's try to use these ones, but these ones, if we want to simulate them and freeze them in place, we will need to make sure the collisions are right. They cannot be using this collision, they need to be using this type of collision. So they can actually simulate. Okay. Awesome. Okay, now let's make them a little bit bigger. They actually cannot float because they need a buoyancy component. So let's see, how can I do this? Do you mean how long? When is the game going to be finished, or how long have I been working on it? Hopefully, I've been working on this for since January, so around 6 months, maybe less. So hopefully by December I should have it ready. I do want to add more stuff after I release the game, but I think I should have something pretty solid. Oh no, I'm trying to do something small or something. Oh, I like that. Okay. Oh, look at this. You cannot freeze the simulation on this. Because it's being pulled by the water. Oh, I thought... Oh, it does save. Oh, oh, okay. Alright. So, let's see. I want to copy that. Okay. Trying to make it look a little bit more natural with simulation. So I'm gonna delete those. And these ones here. I'm going to stop simulating so they actually just freeze in place. Okay. And then here I'm going to paste reset rotation, and I will try to simulate this somewhere here.
This is a song about a girl.
So they actually okay, freeze, stop, perfect. Okay, gonna reset. Okay, can I group this? Yeah, for now. And then I want to get all of it. These two. We're gonna simulate physics off just for them to freeze. Okay, let's see if I can actually do it while they're being grouped. Okay, perfect. Now group. Oh, okay, just stop simulating on the group. Group unlock and delete these ones. Yep, cool. Okay. trying to see how can I come up with something interesting for this area. Okay. Okay, group on group. So for this, I do want to have a bunch of driftwood, kind of like the pivot is not in their best place. I think I might change it. Haven't used ramps for this area. I think I'm for this level actually I'm gonna probably use ramps in here. Yeah, this pivot is a little bit difficult to work with. Something like this. Probably need to make a copy and change the pivot. It will just make it easier to snap to the edges. Let's add the tag rock to all the static meshes so they actually damage the raft. Okay, that's kind of cool. I don't have any. There's no birds in this level for now. Definitely wanna see how can I add it. The way I'm designing the new levels is that you have this kind of like hills around it, so you cannot actually get out of the river. It's kind of like an easier way to deal with it. Now that I using landscape patches, I managed to fix one of the challenges I had dealing with a slope. So the eagle is not necessary with this type of level. Oh yeah, yeah, definitely gonna add set dressing and particles and stuff. Yeah, that'll be very cool. Yeah, for this area, we have for this level we have a couple biomes. We have the redwood forest. This kind of like environment, like a sub biome that changes again here a little bit into this kind of like dry dead pine trees, a little bit swampy, and then these mushrooms come up. Then we have these roots. Then we have like a super huge trunk with mushrooms, and you go down, and there's this logging area. So it's like a little like a sub biome. But I do have another level, which is the one that you can see in the Steam page, which is like a swampy tropical kind of biome. And here we have this burned forest. And then after this we go into the beaver area. And also the river has forks, so you can choose to go this way or that way, but that's not going to be available for the demo. That's going to be available for the final game. So I'm gonna add another section here and another section here, so there's a little bit more replayability for the map depending on what path you choose. You see, like now it's blocked by this log, but then it's gonna be opened for the final game. And the swamp environment is actually very big. Hey, how's it going? So long, Jay Surya. Long time no see. I appreciate it. Yeah, I really like when you can like match the obstacles with the environment as much as possible. Sometimes you're gonna have like floating stuff, just like, you know, but as long as you can match it up a little bit, I think it's nice. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Let me know when you have the Steam page so I can wishlist. Yeah, now that Steam changed the popular upcoming page, that's gonna be interesting. I do have hopes that it's going to be it might be a positive change. You might not get as much visibility as before, but you will get visibility, targeted visibility. So people who play your type of game have better chances of looking at it, so it might convert better than just having random people looking at your game. Because now you have the personalized calendar in Steam, so it's going to be like specifically for the types of games you like playing. Yeah, I will see how X treats me. cause I got flagged in X, cause maybe probably cause of sharing my Steam page too much on X. So I got reduced visibility. So I depend 100% of people reposting. So let's see how it goes with this new gameplay trailer and playtest trailer. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to make a distinction between what is an indie game. That's awesome. That's always good. Having original assets is always very attractive. I try to modify them and make some original assets when possible. Okay. This needs a little bit more moss. Nice. And I also think that's nice. We need some rocks to make it a little bit more interesting. Yeah, the issue with indie games, right, is that you have indie games like Stray that are actually high budget indie games. Like, so most people don't consider them an indie game. Like, yes, they're a small team and whatever, but they have a big budget compared to, like, you know, like very small teams. And for example, with games like how do you call this, mixtape game, that is just, the budget for that game is absolutely crazy. Like, you cannot say that that's an indie game, because they actually, you know, paid like insane amounts of money for the licensing of the songs. So I mean, that's pretty bad, like, to say that that's an indie game. So it will be very hard for Steam to actually like categorize those games into like, oh, this is an indie game or not, because you do have very big games that are still considered indie, even though like I wouldn't call them indie. They're probably like AA games. Yeah, it's like a series of cutscenes basically. It's I think the environments are very cool and the art style is nice, but I mean, I've seen some clips and the story is just insane. Yeah, let me show you the gameplay. The game is about paddling. So the goal is to avoid obstacles, and the idea is to paddle in sync. These are not supposed to be I mean, we could have them drifting down the river. Not that could be nice. Okay, we need to We do need more precise collisions for this. Let me think about it. Okay, so if I want to keep simulating this, I guess I need to do a copy. And call them complex collision. If I want to use them as obstacles, because if not, it won't really work. That's funny. I appreciate it. I do want to have character customization in the future. That's something I will definitely want to have. But for now, I'm just focusing on the smallest thing as possible. Like what is the core of the game, and try to polish that and make it work. And then I can just add. We probably can do this with the property matrix. But it's not that much. Okay, now that we have this as complex as simple, now we can actually make this have the proper collision. Probably not the best way to do this, but nope, that's not the one. Is it this one? Okay. And finally, is it this one? All right, nice. I'm gonna put this here for now, because I do need that. Oh, I do announce the game, and the Steam page is up. It's called River Drift. And there's going to be a playtest by the end of the month, if everything goes according to plan. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. Hopefully it goes well. I already did my first playtest. I appreciate it. All right, now it's working good. I appreciate it. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna start introducing the actual beavers here. This is gonna be beaver territory until we get into the cave. Until we get here. So I should have changed the pivot before placing those. Okay, anyways. Yeah, the water looks pretty much realistic. It's the Unreal water. I got that comment a couple of times. The thing is that modifying the water, the Unreal water, it's a little bit tricky. I managed to add this kind of like white outline, this contact waves thing, but it really takes a lot of understanding and effort to modify the water, and I really like how it works with the river and stuff. Other people have said that the contrast between like the very low poly and the realistic water kind of like looks nice. But yeah, I mean, it would be nice. It would be nice to create my own water shader and stuff. Like I've seen some beautiful stylized water in Unity and Unreal, and I'm like, wow, I would love to have that, but it's a little bit out of my scope. Yeah, I saw this water created in Unity. Wow, it was so beautiful, but it was more like a hand painted style, not exactly what I don't think it will match that good with my game, but definitely definitely it's a little bit out of my scope, and this water looks fine. So probably gonna just go with it. Yeah, Unity, I mean, like any engine can really do any art style. It's just a tool, right? Like Unreal is mostly used for realistic games, but I think that it's very nice to do stylized games. it's way easier to do stylized games, because like realism is just very hard to achieve and it requires a lot more work. But also stylized games, I think they're easier to market. They actually like they're easier to how do you say it? It's easier to stand out with a stylized game. I like realistic games that have some style, like they're a little bit stylized. I like that, like in between style. Yeah, let me put the chat up. Oh, there you go. Okay, awesome. All right, so let's see. Okay, a couple more of this, and I think I'm gonna start adding the beavers down there. All right. Okay, let's see what we get. Yeah, the current is pretty fast right now. I probably am gonna make it a little slower. Yeah, it's not about creating a stylized water shader. I do have a very cool stylized water shaders. The issue is that you see this current in the river. It shows the speed of the river. So to make it work with the Unreal water system, it takes a lot of effort to actually make this water system look stylized. That's the thing. It has a lot of functionality to it, so that's the thing. that's the thing that I really like about the water system, and making it look stylized will require a lot of work, because you will need to work inside the Unreal water system. So basically you kind of you will need to kind of like recreate this whole thing, like all these all the required assets to make them look stylized, which is not impossible, but absolutely definitely out of scope. All right. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Okay, these walls could probably add some of these. Oh, don't worry, dude. It's I took my time to research. I did my research on it, and it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So don't worry, man. I appreciate it. I also like how it looks. It's a nice contrast. Other games do this as well. Palworld also has, I think they do something like this, like realistic water with super stylized stuff. I appreciate it. Yeah, it will be awesome. I mean, that will be a very good tutorial for YouTube. How to make the water system in Unreal look stylized. That will be a great tutorial, because that's something people really ask a lot. Alright, that's cool. Let's continue. Trying to push it until the cave. Okay, another thing that I need to change. Another thing I need to change is the material for this. Since you go underneath, I need this to disappear. So to do that, I need to... Hey, how's it going? I appreciate it. No, this game is not gonna be using nanite or lumen or any of that good stuff. It's just cause it's not... Lumen looks amazing, but it really takes a hit on performance. So I'm not gonna be using lumen. I might try to make it an option for people to turn on or off, but that also causes issues on very dark areas. No, I haven't. I don't stream on TikTok. I should probably stream on TikTok. That would be a good idea. But yeah, no, this game is just old school space screen reflections and global illumination. Nothing fancy. I'm trying to make it as optimized as possible, so like any computer can run it without any issues. I need to find the material. Where is that material? I have this special material that disappears when you are very close to it. These nodes, I need to copy them into opacity mask, and now this is gonna be masked. So now when we get very close to these objects, they disappear. And I think that also they should not block the camera, so we don't get a weird camera. That's better. Yeah, I do need to work on the camera a lot. People complained a lot about like that it's it can give people motion sickness when like things go too crazy. Yeah, I mean the game, it's really easy to optimize. Since it's a linear game, like we can actually just unload stuff that is behind the raft. So that's a very good thing. The problem with this game is that it uses a lot of timelines and it needs a lot of spawners. So we don't have everything spawned at the same time. Once I do that, I think I'm gonna get a way better performance. But thankfully it's pretty easy to optimize. There's nothing too crazy. Okay. All these Niagara particles also need to be deleted once we move away from them. And stuff like that. Alright, let's move this. Okay, this area is looking kinda cool. It's nice how we go lower on the environment and the height fog starts getting thicker. I didn't like that effect a lot before, but now it kind of like makes sense, and like it makes you know that that you're actually on a lower terrain. Okay, now let's start working here. It's kind of cool because I introduced the beaver in the tutorial area, and now you don't see it until the end. Okay, let's work on this area a little bit. And then after this, maybe the cave, and then the fire. I want to do the fire mechanic, so the raft can actually get caught on fire and you need to turn it off. I appreciate it, thank you so much. I will try to do all the obvious things. I mean, not the obvious, but like I will try to do all the optimization things that I haven't done, and see how the performance is doing, and see then how we can actually get it better. But it's I think it's gonna be fine once I use spawners and start destroying actors and clearing all the things that we don't need anymore. It reminded me of this Chinese cat for some reason. We need a Chinese area. It will be very cool to do a bamboo forest. That will be super cool, with cherry blossoms and all that cool stuff. For the swamp area, yes, I'm gonna do some crazy stuff. Like still integrated in the environment. Like there's this broken dam that goes into a flooded town, that goes into a sewer system, that goes into a nuclear facility, then you go inside a creature. It's gonna get very cool. I'm not sure. Oof. Is it capped to 30? I think it's capped for some reason. The water, oof, looks so noisy. I don't know why that happens. I need to see how can I get that less noisy. It's too noisy. That's the camera issues I need to fix. Oh yeah, definitely. Wow, it looks so noisy. I forgot how noisy it looks in the build. This is not how it looks on the editor. That's not nice. I need to fix that for sure. Damn. Okay, yeah. The camera. I think this build doesn't have the camera lag. Yeah, I think it doesn't have the camera lag that I added. I'm getting 30. It's capped at 30. unlimited. For some reason it's capped at 30. That's not very nice. Can I see? Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's 30. It's just capped. That's not very nice. Wow, this level is too crazy. Definitely need to work on this level design for sure. Too crazy. Yeah, but it's fine. We will see what's happening. Just gonna finish this level and then I'm gonna take a look at all of that. Maybe battery boost is enabled in NVIDIA app and it's not at the native resolution. That's why it's noisy. Huh. I'll look at it. It was around 100 on my 4080, but most of it was game thread issues. Yeah, it's the timelines. It's just that I have like 1,000 timelines running at the same time. Like the whole level is loaded, everything is loaded. It's just not a good idea. But yeah, let's see. It's 9. Yeah, I still have enough time to finish this level and get all that working nicely. Alright, so yeah, let's push it. Yeah, the water noise, I definitely need to clear that up. It really looks bad.
Si quieres crear una app, pero no tienes ni idea de programación ni por dónde empezar.
Maybe. Okay, let's see how can we simulate this and place them. In a better position. Something like this. Okay, here I want some kind of dam. And I want some ramps. I haven't used ramps in this environment, in this level, so I think it's time to add some ramps. Perfect. That's what I want. Some kind of like natural barrier. Let's see. Okay, that needs some cleaning, but I'm just trying to get that kind of like look of like natural wood just piled. Yeah, I'm not really able to scale it like that because of the pivot point. Okay, perfect. So
Thinking about a new career, but unsure where to start?
let's
Take the guesswork with career.
get this going. Okay, yeah, let's get the beaver going. I think this speed variable, no, it doesn't do anything. I think I changed that. Let's see. Oh, side length. Oh, okay, cool. So another option is to make it longer here. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, the other project was a little bit too too ambitious. I was actually playing the demo yesterday. I do have like a playable demo. I haven't released it for Cywars. I actually played it yesterday and I realized a bunch of issues that it has. A bunch of issues. Not about the bugs or anything, but like just game design. It had a lot of problems. Maybe in the future I might go back to this project and do it something very tiny, something very, very small. Okay, it's going too fast. I think one way to change it is here by making it like that. So it takes double the time. That feels better. Because it was too fast. The sound of the beer is so fun. It's like okay, so let's simulate physics. Off on this, off. Don't want this to move anymore. Okay. Is this simulating? Okay. Yeah, I do like this environment a lot. Okay, so okay, we're gonna have this beaver here. Maybe this beaver is gonna move up to the front and back. Just to differentiate, like the beavers who move front and back, they have these glasses. That's funny. And the current is a little bit too much. Okay, I want to have a ramp somewhere here. Let me think about it. How do I do a beaver dam? I guess I might need to do it somewhere else and bake it, because the river also pushes the wood, so kind of need to do it somewhere here. Maybe I can create some kind of like outside shape to hold the thing. To kind of like hold it together, maybe. Something like this. Is it colliding? Yes, it is not colliding. Now it is. Cool. Okay, just need enough. Maybe let's make it a little tinier. Boop. Okay. Group. Lock. Just pile that together. Nice. Oh, they're not grouped. Oh, damn it. Okay. Ah. I need to have them actually selected. Then just pile them together. Okay, very cool. Now freeze. Awesome. Stop. Cool. Now, what if I just do it again? Unfreeze. Okay, I think that's enough. Wow, that's a big thing. That's something that's kind of like what I wanted. Okay. Sweet. So let's come here. Pivot point. Okay, so let's go modeling, merge. Oh, delete. Yeah, oops. It's inside a group. I forgot about this. A delete all option will be awesome. Forgot about this. You should probably ungroup your things before merging. Okay, and then edit pivot center. I like the pivot how it is. Okay, perfect. So now we have this prop, and now this prop, I don't want this to have this type of collisions. That's too crazy. Well, actually, probably not that bad. Okay, cool. Now we can actually move this. Somewhere here. No bookmarks for that. That's a little crazy. Maybe. Yep. Maybe something like this. That's the cool thing about assets without texture, you can actually scale them a little bit.
Something like that? Is that cool?
Wow, this looks very crazy. I cannot have it like that because it looks mirrored. But maybe like this. That looks more like... Well, that's close enough to a beaver dam. Then I can do some booleans to cut it off so I can save some polygons. Nice. Now I need some kind of ramp. Yeah, marathon. It's not my jam for sure. And yeah, Destiny 2, absolutely a very nice game. I mean, I guess they invested so much in Marathon that they just want to go with it. I need a ramp. What kind of prop can I use that makes sense? I need like a... Oh, I think I know what. I want something like this, but I have one. Well, actually, this might work. Just needs to be simplified a lot. Yeah, Destiny 3 will be crazy. You know, everybody wants like a live service, something that you can like just create once and maintain. Like all these companies, they want to, you know, have the next Fortnite or something like that, so they can just sell skins and stuff. I'm not sure about this. No, it really takes away from the thing. I need just a ramp made out of logs. Something like this might work. Yeah, this could work. But it needs to be a little bit different. The question is, like, if you don't get into the ramp, how do you go across? Oops, that's a good question. Yeah, the pivot point is gonna be a little bit off, but let's see if I can move this together a little bit. It looks like Roblox. Yeah, it's a low poly style. Yeah, Roblox has almost everything. It's a good place to go look for ideas. It's also a good place to go look for ideas, like for small games. It's Mario Party. If you really go back to the old Mario Party games, you can really get some cool ideas. Yeah, I think this might be able to do it. It's very snappy. I think that's kind of cool. Something like that. Yep. Now let's reset rotation, pivot point to the center. Let's align the pivot point a little bit. Cool. Yep. Now I can actually have a ramp. Yeah, Roblox, it's yeah. There are some very cool games in Roblox, but like most of them are just plagued with microtransactions, and it's just like a trap for kids. I guess that I could add a ramp, but if you don't go through the ramp, I think you will just break the thing. And then just continue, because if not, you will get stuck in there and it's not gonna be so nice. Now, for this ramp to actually work, I need to add another river on top of that. I mean, Steam has everything. Absolutely, like there's a lot of predatory games in there, for sure. Oh, yeah, doesn't need to have a river. Okay, let's do it. Nice. Now, the issue is what happens if you don't make it into the ramp. Yeah, if you don't make it into the ramp, you get stuck. And there's nothing you can do about it. So, yeah, we need to fix that. It would be fun if these things just kind of like blow up. The issue is that they are merged. What if I create a fracture? That yeah, I probably need to add that. There will be occasions where, I mean, people will get stuck. Absolutely. Can I create by mesh using the shape of a chosen static mesh? Can I create clusters based on the geometry itself? Maybe not. No, probably this is not the solution. There's probably a way to do it, but in this case I don't need a geometry collection. I just need to yeah. I guess it's probably too much stuff. If I just separate it and let it simulate, it's just too much. It's too much stuff. No, it's not a good idea. Let's actually go with the geometry collection. Nice. Thank you for hanging out. Take care. Geometry collection. Yeah, let's just try it. Oh, I wanna see the fractures. Does not allow me. Fracture. Let's just do it again. Something went wrong with this. Usually it's just fracture. New. Okay, then we go cluster or maybe uniform. There you go. Okay, so now we can visualize it. But it's not separating. Okay, let's do fracture. Now can we visualize it? Okay. Okay, so we have that. This is the thing. Okay. So here. Beaver Dam. Okay. So I'm going to create blueprint using this. Nice. We're gonna add a box as the root. Something like that. Okay, I cannot move it. Okay. So on begin overlap, we're gonna hide. Then we're gonna spawn. So rotation 0, scale 1. And also we could probably take the collisions off this thing. Okay, then we need something to spawn, which is this. And this is going to basically on begin play is just gonna receive radial impulse force. Maybe impulse. Yeah, just one hit to push it. Maybe 500, and the strength should be something pretty big, like something like that. Then like maybe some kind of like delay. I don't know, maybe and then we destroy actor. This could be even smaller. Okay, and the mesh we want, the actor we want to spawn is this. Okay, now let's just make sure that it actually spawns in the right location and rotation. And we actually need to place this here. Replace actor with this. Okay, scale is wrong. Is this scaled? Oh yeah. Okay, so we need to. Oh crap! I should have baked that. Okay. Now let's try it. Nope, that's not the one. This is the one. Okay, well, pretty close. The pivot point is different, so it's okay. So we can deal with that. Okay, cool. Now we have a box. It probably doesn't even need a collision, the base mesh. So what happens if we don't take the ramp? Okay. That's cool, but it's too much. Okay. So I think this. I don't think it needs a collision. And these. Let's try a bigger radius. It's gonna be very hard to. It's gonna be very hard to see that that explosion. Ooh, it's too much stuff. We might need to trigger this a little bit earlier, so let's make that a little bit bigger. Yeah, it's too much geometry. I think this is too high poly. I might do a reduce, a simplify on these branches. Oh, Oh, wait, I know what's happening. Oh my god, yep. Oops, we need to do this once. This is the perfect use of a do once node, because we actually want this to happen only once and never again. Okay. Oof. Okay, that's a little better. We have an issue with the scale. Such a perfect node. I mean, for this use case, it's very good. The issue is that I have an event on begin overlap, so it triggers a lot of times if I keep overlapping. Okay, so what do we have here? Oh. Okay. This geometry collection needs to be 1. That's why you should probably bake your static meshes to always keep scale 1, because it's very confusing when you modify the scale and then need to adjust. Okay, perfect. That's better. Okay, now I just want something more dramatic. Let's multiply by 10 and see if it blows up. Boof. Let's see if velocity change does anything. Yeah. Now it's not based on mass, it's just gonna just fly away. So we need a lower force. Let's see. Maybe the radius is too big. Okay, that's just flying away. Okay, let's try it like this. No, it needs way more force. Something like that. Let's try doubling that. Okay, that's the effect I want. Okay, cool, sweet. Okay, let's clear this up. Okay. This one I don't want there. Let's see if it makes any sense with the from the player perspective. Oof. Oh, okay, well, it kind of works. Now I'm just going to add a tag, rock. It should be named like do damage or something. This one does not need a tag because this one has no collision. Yeah, it's fine. And then, very importantly, it needs that fade material because it's gonna be very annoying for the camera. Let's just copy those nodes into. Yeah, it's actually looking cool. I'm pretty happy. I was a little bit concerned about the beaver area. Okay, so this is gonna be masked, and now this is gonna go into opacity mask, just to make it disappear when the camera is very close. Oof, that's way better. Oh, yeah. And I think that maybe the collision, I mean, maybe we can take the collisions off as after a couple seconds. I think it's fine. Yeah. So in case you miss the ramp, oh, you're still gonna overlap. Okay, no, wait. Yeah, oops, that overlaps. Yeah, we need to actually, this overlap thing needs to be way lower. Are we using this upside down? Okay, yeah. So this needs to be somewhere here. I do need an arrow, because I don't know what direction this actually it's going to be looking at. Let's say it goes that way, and it does go that way. Okay, so I see, this box needs to okay, lower like this. Oof, this opens the door for issues. I cannot move it, just scale it because it's the root. Okay, oops, not scale but box extend. Oh crap. Box. Yeah. Okay, I think this is good enough. So you can actually go on the ramp without triggering the thing. So let's just copy these properties and actually apply instance changes to blueprint. Okay, cool, nice. Okay, I think we got that. Okay, we go here. Oof. Oof. That's annoying. Maybe I'm going to make it disappear a little bit faster. Uh, 3 seconds. Hey, doing great. I'm working on this new level for River Drift, and hopefully I will have a playtest by the end of June. So this is like a redwood forest area, and there's this like logging area with machines, like these saw things and moving obstacles like this. This is going way too fast. I think it needs to go a little bit slower. And then it goes into a burning forest. and then it goes into a beaver area. I might desaturate this sign, it's a little bit too bright. And then it goes into a cave. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm trying to come up with cool obstacles. So here's the beaver area, and then you can jump over this ramp, or you can destroy the dam. And the level ends right... and the level ends right here. In this cave. So I'm gonna have like falling crystals and not sure what else. Maybe the mushrooms can like shoot some spores so you cannot see, and it's gonna be a little foggy here also. I wanna play a little bit with the ultra dynamic weather, so I'm gonna have like changing weather zones and stuff like that. Okay, let's test this. Trying to get to the cave today, just to give it a first pass to the level. I have this friend coming on Thursday, and he wants to test the game, so I wanna be able to have it as good as possible. Like here, we boom can jump over that. Okay, this log is very badly placed. I'm going to move this one. And if you don't make it into the ramp, you can just break the dam. A little bit. I'm wondering if I change the collision so it does not affect the camera. I think it might not be that annoying, because the camera gets hit by these logs too much. But it's fine. Those are things that I'm going to modify, that I'm going to polish in the future. Now I'm trying to get this area working. Okay, it's going to be around 3 hours. Yeah, let's push it a little bit more, and then it's time for me to get lunch. Oh yeah, it's a little bit late. And then I'm gonna add like cool stones and stuff like that. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, basically, yeah, somebody came and is just like eating up the forest. I thought it would be cool to kind of like, you know, add a bunch of obstacles related to that. Okay, well, yeah, I think we did some progress. Going to probably leave it here and go have some food. I'll try to end this area. Hopefully also the cave, at least just give it a first pass. And then we can keep improving. I do wanna mix in some other obstacles here, maybe like falling logs or yeah, something cool. Yeah, this beaver needs like that nice texture, like X pattern in the tail. Yeah, it was a good progress. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next